So hi guys, welcome to the channel. So in this session we'll be taking this boring portrait and adding this bright contrast red lipstick to her. So some might be thinking that this is just an red color with an blend mode overlay. Yeah, even that works, but we won't get this realistic effect for now. So what we are doing here is adding color, playing with the blend modes and controlling the blendif value. This is the three steps that we are going to do here. So let me get straight to the tutorial. So what you need to do is just add a new layer above your whatever portrait you are having, and then you have to choose the color which you think might be suiting for her. So I always think of red as a lipstick, so I'm choosing red. So take your brush, that is the shortcut for brush is B, and always have a hardness of 0%, okay? Because you don't have to have a round edges. The thing here is because it's too soft between the lipstick and the skin, so you don't have to paint with round and hard edges. So try to keep it as soft as possible and small, and just paint over her lips. But be careful, I'm doing this very roughly because I'm doing this for a tutorial purpose. So I just want you to understand it, but take your time and do it so precisely that to get perfect results. So just paint over her lips. So I don't want to waste your time, but I have already created a layer for that. So this is a layer which I have painted very roughly on her lips. So it might be looking very bad right now, but just wait for it. So all you have to do now is, after choosing your color, just click on the layer which you have applied and change your blend mode from normal to multiply. So you can see now lots of changes here. What does multiply really do? It makes darker things very much darker and add effect on the darker place. That's it. So change your blend mode from normal to multiply. So as of now, you can see there's a much better result compared to previous. But for realistic effect, what you can do? You can always play with blendif. To play with blendif, always double click on the layer. So and wait for the layer style panel box to pop up. So here you can see the blendif options. You have two slide bars, one for this layer, one for the underlying layer. This layer controls the red color, okay, from the dark areas to the light areas. But this is the main layer. Underlying layer controls the underlying layer below the lipstick. What is the underlying layer below the lipstick? That is the self portrait itself. So in the portrait, we want the lipstick to be only on the dark places, right? So what you need to do, remove the light areas from our lips. So to remove light areas from our lips, that is the underlying area, the light areas is white. So just click and drag the slider to the left hand side, and you can see that it's having a white dots over here and there. That means the color is fading from there, but we don't want this sharp edges. So what we're gonna do is alt and click on the slider to break it apart. So and move the right slider to the extreme right side and move the left, keep moving the left until you find this is interesting. See, now you can see the shiny glossy look we are looking for. So before it was like this, full of plain color. Now we have that like dimensional effect. We have glossy and here some matte and here some dark colors. So you can click OK when you are okay with it. And you can also play with the opacity. When you think the lipstick is too dark for her, you can play with the opacity to control it, and you can also change your color whenever you think it's needed. So if you want to add some more effect, you can always make a duplicate of this. This is falling on the dark area, right? We made it to fall on the dark area. Sorry. So you can apply the effect on the light areas. So for light areas, you have to do the exactly opposite. So for this, you have to keep the blend mode as screen. So for light areas, it's always screen, and still it's not okay. The reason is it's applying only on dark areas. You have to control the blend diff options for this also. For screen, you should always do the opposite. So remove the color from the dark areas, split it here itself and move it towards the right, and now you can see that amazing effects applying. So here you can see the contrast, the curves, the lines, the dimension, everything coming out so nicely. So you can group these two So this is without the lipstick mark, that's a before, and now it's with lipstick. So you can change the color, so you can work on these areas. You can see, don't go too far beyond the line where there's a, you'll always find a thick line between the skin and the lipstick. Don't go beyond that, because now you can see that smudge like it's looking. So I'm not so much perfect in doing, I'm using a mouse. So if you have any vacuum tablet, I think it could be a precise output for you. So that's all for today's session, guys. So if you find anything interesting, you can give us a like and subscribe. And if you find any queries, and you can always DM us or give us in a comment, we'll reply back shortly then. Thank you, guys.